is basically we race on a mountain bike down a track, so only downhill, with 4 people together. The start is probably 75% of your race. You know, it's so important to have a good gait. Once you're in front, you know, it's a lot better than being in the back of the pack. You never know where your competitor is gonna come. It can be an inside corner, an inside line, outside line. You have to like feel where the person behind you is all the time.
The gate is dropped by a pneumatic ram, and then the track is normally about 40 to 50 seconds long. So we have takeoffs and landings and bank corners, but the surface that we use is really mountain bikey. So a lot of rocks and loose surface, obstacles that on a BMX track you'd never find. The key thing in 4Cross is you've got to finish in the top 2 in each qualification round. So even though you start with 4 riders, the fastest 2 across the finish line move on to the next round, and so on until the finish, until the final where, you know, there's 4 riders left and it's just all to play for to get on that podium.
A 4Cross bike is basically, we only have 9 out of 10 times just front suspension. We use lighter wheels, but we do use like disc brakes, just like any other normal mountain bike or dirt jump bike. Like the frame geometry is a little bit different than a normal cross-country bike. It's a bit lower, you know, for jumping, and a bit stiffer and stuff like that. You know, all the power that you put down on the pedals, you want it to move forward as fast as possible. That's why you want to have, you know, a light bike, like light products on it, and you want to have a stiff frame. Like we said, all of a sudden, all the power goes down on the pedals, and we want that bike to move forward.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see riders actually picking their wheels up before jumps and actually like trying to keep the bike on the ground. So everything you see a 4Cross guy doing is all about carrying speed. It's not about showboating for the crowd or being flash or anything like that. On some jumps, even though it's a double jump, you will see riders wheeling through it, and it's just because during the practice sessions they've worked out that that feels faster for them, and it's the way they're going to go with it, you know. Racing for me, it's about beating other people. No rules, you can hit each other, you can take riders out, you can make smart passes, there's jumps, there's bank corners, and it's a 45-second race where literally anything can happen, and to be honest, normally does.
No, you're kind of in your own zone, you know what you have to do. All you think about is, the gate dropping down, trying to be the fastest, and everything else is just like an adrenaline rush down the hill. Basically an undescribable feeling, you know, for every person it's different. But for me, always been like the moment when I step on the podium and I hear like the Dutch anthem playing for you. That's the moment, you know, like yeah, you know, you're on the highest box out there, and you look left and right to you, and I'm like, yeah, you know, that's really good, yeah.